Amazing audience. We are live. We're running still. What number is this for the day? 16?
16.
Alright, so he's almost about to beat Amanda Doughty's in Portland, Maine goal of 17. Well done, well done, well done. With us now we have George Middleton. Yeah? Boom. George, nice to meet you.
Good to see you.
You have the strongest handshake I've had for the entire day.
Okay, okay.
Yeah. Should I be afraid?
No, I probably should be afraid of you.
Well, tell us, which of your talents is responsible for us connecting at this time in history?
A combination of two. I'm a musician.
Oh, really?
Yes.
What instrument do you play?
I play piano.
Oh.
So I play jazz, R&B, gospel.
Strong fingers.
There you go. And then I'm also a therapist.
Ooh.
So in my creative merging, I've put both of those passions together, and I've created programming that incorporates music and arts components with therapeutic interventions.
That sounds like fun. What does a session look like?
I like to use culturally relevant approaches to today's population. My work is based on the premise of a lot of subliminal messaging that many of us are exposed to through media, arts, videos, games, cell phones, all that. So one of the programs I've created is called Are You Living the Video Life, which is a cognitive-based program. Starts with a question, and it challenges the participant through the use of whatever music they listen to, whether it's rap, hip-hop, gospel, whatever it is. And the goal is to get them to be more conscious about the messaging that's coming through the music.
Yeah. That's powerful because, I mean, it's a conversation you're having, right?
Right.
And what you feed your mind with is definitely going to be amplified.
That is exactly it.
Yeah.
And the what many of us don't realize, the business realizes it, but many of us don't realize the psychology behind it, because everything is designed to make you spend your money.
Yeah.
And so it bypasses your conscious part and goes right to the emotional centers, which are usually in the subconscious part, which is the biggest driver of what we do, but we're not conscious a lot of times of it. So in the quote-unquote disadvantaged communities, the type of music that's coming out is impacting thought process, impacting the way they're behaving academically, with their peers and at home in the community. And so I offer a way without judgment or criticism to say, hey, what do you like to listen to, really? Tell me why, and let's listen to it. Let's walk through it together.
That's great.
Stuff like that. Yeah.
So who did you learn that skill from? That skill of understanding how to intertwine things in life?
It came from an experience I had. Initially, I started working as a professional musician, and my contracts led me into a position where I ended up getting into a counseling position. And so that's when I never thought I'd find anything more engaging than music, but even more than music, the way the mind works is really engaging. The way people perceive and think, and same event, but different perceptions.
Yeah.
And so as a therapist, I can learn every day about the way someone is processing a thought or an action or behavior. And then so as a therapist, my challenge is to understand that and then find an effective way to address them where they are.
Sure. Where can people connect with you or look you up?
My website is thegeorgemiddleton.com, so it's my name.
Right. So D as in the letter D or
The.
T-H-E?
T-H-E.
Okay. Well, yeah.
Yeah.
So some say the, right?
Yeah.
In Indianapolis, they say the, right? It changes, right?
Mm-hmm.
So thegeorgemiddleton.com.
Yeah.
Right, wonderful. Tell me one other thing you've done consistently, George, over the last 3 years.
Well, I've been really working on I've created a work that is addressing a systemic issue that's plagued our country for, since its inception, which is racism.
Yeah.
So I've written a book titled Beliefs Limiting Authentic Cultural Knowledge, Black for short.
Oh, okay. I know there had to be some acronym.
Yeah. Black for short. And it doesn't talk about color.
Yeah.
Skin color. It talks about beliefs on color. And I'm really pushing that from a systemic perspective, and I'm trying to form collaborative relationships with any groups, organizations that are serving our population. And first, having them challenge themselves on how they are participating in the race construct. And then from there, make a more intelligent and informed decision on how they provide right policy, provide service, discipline, all those type of things, because we're in an environment that's built on the race construct.
Exactly.
And all of us, black, white, or whatever color you may identify with, have a set of racial beliefs that we're not really consciously aware of.
How does it make you feel working in what I consider the gutter? Because that's the gutter of thoughts, right? The place, it's not too clean down there, right? How does it make you feel working in that?
As a therapist, I try to be as neutral as possible. Because if I'm going to be effective to my client, I have to put myself out of the way. If they focus on my emotion or my personal opinions, then I'm doing them a disservice, because now they can deflect to, see, look at what you're doing, versus I just want it to be on you. What are you thinking? And how is that working for you? Is it getting you from point A to B, or is it causing you stress, hypertension, high blood pressure, all those other things?
How long have you been in this?
I've been in...
It's like 25 years.
That's about right. You're good. That's about right. Yeah. Because the first half of my life was music. Still is.
It just feels like this guy knows what he's talking about. He's had the experience, which changes things, right? The experience, right?
Yes.
That's great. Ooh, I'm not a psychic or anything like that, folks. I just guess based on observation, right?
Okay.
Right?
Okay.
It's just that. Nothing else, unless I say, as my friend here said, sign, please, and give us a blank check.
Write the check. Write the check.
No, definitely. Well, all right. Let's switch gears for a moment. Let me invite you now into my time machine that is surrounded with beautiful, warm, blue Caribbean water.
Love it.
George, what is your earliest childhood memory?
Earliest childhood would be St. Henry's Catholic School.
Right.
And I would say probably that I learned a lot about, when I look back, I learned a lot about where my initial thoughts came from, belief systems came from. In that environment. One of my earliest experiences I'll never forget was in the second grade, and I was one of very few black kids in the school, and this white girl in front of me, friendly, real cool, everybody, we're just kids. She turned around and looked at my hands and asked me, "Why aren't your hands all black?" I said, "What do you mean?" "Well, they're black here, but they're not there. Why aren't they all black?" And that question, I had no answer. And I had, so as a second grade, it's like, is something wrong with me? But that's the thought that comes to me because I had some interesting experiences in the Catholic school.
How do you see it connecting, those two memories?
How to see what connecting?
Yeah, how do you see that memory connecting to who you are today? That incident with that young lady asking you about your
therapy.
I appreciate this. And is it free? I see it as, number one, she unknowingly set the standard that I thought I was supposed to be at her standard. If I didn't meet her standard, then there was something wrong with me. And so a large part of I think what attracted me to the mental health profession was the fact that a large part of my initial life was trying to prove something rather than just already being that. Trying to measure up. So you spend more time trying to posture to look like you're something rather than saying I'm okay as I am and going from there.
Yeah, that's wonderful. Can I offer an interpretation
Please.
of the thought picture it creates in
Please
my
do.
mind? I love the idea, though, of the process. The process is not having the input. The process is having the input and then deciding the output. So that looks like she said something and it was a fact.
Right.
Truly, it was necessary for you to get the input
Mm-hmm.
and then decide the output.
And then I had to decide the output. That's correct.
And now you're helping other people
That's
understand
correct.
that despite the input, or even with
Yes.
the input, they get to decide the output. You're
Yeah.
welcome.
Yes.
That's great.
Yes.
If we fast forward to when you were 12, what was your favorite song?
My favorite song. Okay, let's see. When I was 12, I would say it was the Jackson 5,
Right.
and it was Dancing.
Dancing.
Yes.
All right.
When he did the robot.
Yeah.
Yes. Because the Jacksons at that time,
That's new music.
it was new music, and they looked like us,
Yeah.
and they were out there just doing it, man, and they were cool, and yeah, it was good.
That was wonderful. Well, we have now arrived at our destination, but before we get off of this time machine, there's a small declaration form, so it's yes or no, possibly
Okay.
a bit more. Yeah.
Okay.
George, have you chosen someone to pass on your skills to?
Yes.
Are you married?
No.
Do you have children?
Yes.
Do you believe in God?
Yes.
Do you have an inner circle of friends?
Yes.
Do you watch TV for more than 3 hours a day?
No.
How about 3 hours a week?
Yeah. Oh, more than that.
Okay. What about screen time, the phone and or the computer? Is it more
It's
than
part
eight?
of more than that because it's my work.
All right. If you had to share with us, George, your own unique real statement, a statement that represents George Middleton, what would you say that is?
I would state that beliefs are more powerful than facts.
Yeah, I love it. Just like with that young lady, right?
Mm-hmm.
It was more about what you believe
Yes.
than the fact of what she said.
Yes.
It's amazing, right?
Yes.
George, this has been a great pleasure. Before you leave, is there anything else you'd like to share with our amazing audience?
Well, I have a CD out. It's a CD single.
This is the music side of
This is
you.
the music side
All
of
right,
me.
here we go.
And it's a song by John Lennon. I took a jazz arrangement of it, Imagine, and I picked that song because it is emblematic of the work and the vision that I have with my work, with my book, and my workshops and presentations to imagine a world where we can just all be people
Yeah.
and get along.
Where can we get that?
It's available at cdbaby.com.
Oh, there we go. And what's the name of it?
Imagine
Imagine.
by George Middleton.
You gotta ask your big question.
I gotta ask my big.
Tagline question.
Okay. Oh yeah. And let me end with this.
Yeah.
If you want to answer it, that'd be great. If not, no problem.
Sure.
But I like to leave listeners and viewers with this question: are you your color, or are you your culture?
I'm definitely my culture. My culture is humanity.
Okay. Now.
One question.
Yeah.
Get him out of
Yeah. That's right. I was getting ready to go.
Oh,
But that's
good. You're
good.
good. I'm playing.
That was good.
You're good?
Yes.
You
That's
sure?
good. That's good.
All right. Thank you for being on What is Inspired by 12 Minute Convos with Angel Jones.
My pleasure. Thank you.
Cut.